June 24, 2025, 4 p.m. at Paintsville City Hall. Coach, if you don't care, lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
David.
Here.
Bo.
Here.
Eva.
Here.
Mike.
Here.
Nicholas. Tim.
Yep, here.
When you going?
All right, first order of business is the MOA, Memorandum of Agreement with Johnson County Fiscal Court regarding the EMS ambulance service for the calendar year 2025. Mr. Baldwin, do we need to say anything but go ahead and have a vote on it?
I mean, if anybody wants to discuss it, of course they can, otherwise you just need to vote on it.
That's what we've all.
I would like to bring up one thing, and if it's all right, Mayor.
That's fine.
I just, I've read this thing, and we've done a lot of thought about it, and we've talked about it, but, I just want, this thing expires the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the cost, and you look what we get reimbursed for, and the guys out there can know more about it than me, but, if we make a run in the county and it's a Medicaid, get $120. We make a run to the farthest end of the county and it's a Medicaid run, we get $120. So things don't equal out. It costs more to make those runs, so we need to keep that in mind. That I don't know what the ratio is, but there's added costs for runs that far out, extra fuel, extra, all the overheads.
You bring up a good thing, and I got a question about that being December the 31st. It says in that thing we read that it ends right there. Well, Medicare, and like this, I told you this the last time, Medicare and Medicaid don't pay on time.
Well,
that's what I'm wondering about. As long as it's dated before December 31st, we should be paid for it. Correct? Don't you think, Coach?
Well, it says this agreement terminates on December 31, 2025.
With fiscal court.
With fiscal court.
Right.
So what that means, the way I'm reading this MOA, the calendar year of 2025, expenses that you incurred, you'll simply send an invoice to fiscal court. They will reimburse your money for the calendar year 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Up to $200,000.
Up to $200,000.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we start this process again later on in the year, and it's going to have to be started again.
Right.
If we go through this, we really need to keep those things in mind that, it's more, the farther you have to go out, I mean, it just logic, that it costs more, it takes more time, more wear and tear on those guys' vehicles.
More fuel
with less compensation. So,
well, for the record, we are Paintsville. Like, we hold our positions for the good of the city of Paintsville. That's what we are here for. However, we are county.
yes,
We're
you
county
are.
too. So, we're grateful for anything and everything, any reimbursements, of course. And, we'll revisit all that when it's time.
and hopefully, and look, this has been a long time coming to finally get something.
I've been on 8 years, and it's been a thing every year. And now at least they're reaching out, trying to help.
Yes, I agree.
Just take it and then go for the next year.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
I don't think it's enough, but
I don't either, but it's something.
we'll address that coming end of the year.
Right.
But
Is it ever enough?
but it's more than zero, which was what we were getting.
Yeah.
Right. I want to commend this council for addressing this situation. It's not been addressed in 30 years. So you have done a really good job at addressing the situation and bringing it to the forefront. And I think as it goes on, we can make it a little bit better as time goes on.
Yeah.
But now you're doing the city a great service. This council's doing the city a great service. Jeff, do I need a roll call vote? Or?
Go ahead and do a roll call vote.
Okay, well, let's get a motion in a second first.
Well, I make a motion to accept the MOA between the City of Paintsville and Johnson County Fiscal Court, EMS.
Second.
Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
David.
Yes.
Bo.
Yes.
Eva.
I agree.
Mike.
Yes.
Tim.
Yeah, that's reluctantly, yes.
I understand.
Reluctantly.
But it's better than what we got last
Yes, what it
year.
is.
Okay, so it passes by a roll call vote of 5-0,
We
correct?
struggled.
So
We'll get a
paper draft off of that and get you to sign a copy and get one to the judge.
Well, I've got the signed copy from Judge McKenzie right here in front of me. You just want me to sign this copy
Sure.
and use this one? Okay. Now, the second thing on the agenda, and shouldn't take too much time, is to rearrange some parking. We've already rearranged the parking on 2nd Street and turned that into nothing but parallel down through there. School buses, emergency vehicles. I was having a hard time getting down that little stretch of road between College and Court. Now, we need to address the parking on College from 2nd back up to Main towards City Hall. There's two routes you can take. I talked to the guy today that does striping. You can go parallel on both sides. You'll lose a few parking spaces, okay? Or you can stay parallel on the left side as you're looking at it from here. And then on the right side, you can go back to diagonal, but you would have to turn the spaces more that way. And then you still run the risk of people not fully pulling up to the curb.
Which is the problem here.
Anytime you park that way, it'll be a big truck out there every time on 2nd Street.
Big long one.
Yes.
I mean, there's always one that sticks out in the road,
Yeah.
and you're in a school bus and you barely get by. Get up on the curb.
That's what I keep
sometimes.
thinking about school buses.
Yeah.
Parallel on both sides is best for us.
And it'll be the same team right
I
here.
think parallel down Court too.
I do too.
Okay, so if
That'll give you more room in the middle.
Yeah.
agreement on Court, you want a parallel on both sides.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Sound good to me.
Okay.
Mayor, whatever everybody wants me to call you. There gonna be any handicap spots there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But they will be parallel handicap spots.
Okay, well,
Now you're going to have to make a little adjustment. You've got a handicap ramp down about midways on this side down there. And you'll have to kind of
Leave it open.
lose a little bit of space to leave that open.
That's fine.
So we're going parallel down Court both sides, correct?
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
think that's best.
Okay.
Open it up, son.
we
I
got
don't
the
need-
city
I don't
parking
need a
lot.
vote
Are
on
we
it.
keeping that veteran spot too?
I don't know
Are
if
we
they'll
gonna
keep that or
Are
not.
we gonna keep that veteran
Veteran
spot
spot.
right here too?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever spots that are veteran,
Handicap.
like a, isn't there a Purple Heart? or
Yeah.
something?
Yes, Purple Heart.
Whatever spots are there, we're going to keep as whatever they are now.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay? And I told them we wanted it done on a Monday. The reason being, some of the businesses downtown are not open on Mondays. So that way we won't affect them too much on a Monday. Okay?
Yep.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
See,
Any opposed? We stand adjourned.
you be careful.